Hello, good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever you happen to actually be tuning in from. So I'm just going to retweet this actually because we're very, very active on Twitter all of a sudden. Hang on a second. There we go. Okay, guys, my name's Andy. This is the Gmeta One warm up call. And what's that all about? What's a warm up call? Well, we've got a real call. The big call is at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's 9 p.m. if you're in the UK. And you just need to go to our Telegram group and it'll be there at the top. You just need to join the call. Simple as that. Now, these calls are getting more and more busy and we keep them varied. Tonight, we're going to be doing a full presentation. So if you've got anybody new or you are new yourself, or you just need a reminder, please jump on that call and support it. Plus, also, we'll be giving away prizes as we always do. Now, we had some very big announcements last night on the call. If you weren't there, why? Simple as that. So please make a note of being on the call today if you can, please. Thank you very much. That would be awesome. Hi there, Stash. How you doing? Nice to see you here. Awesome. Always good. Always good, guys. We're doing a couple of different things these days now. On this call, I'm also taking in just the latest kind of news from the metaverse, just because it's very easy just to talk about Gmeta One, but we want to show you guys that we are on the right track, that we are doing the right things, and we're in the right industry. I want showing you where this industry is going by bringing you the very latest from the press about adoption in this space. So I'll be doing a little news section shortly. But okay, guys, we are a hybrid metaverse, a hybrid digital universe, in fact. What is that? Well, we're actually building bridges between the other metaverse projects out there. Things like Some Namespace, Decentraland, Crypto Voxels. We have built an office in Decentraland, which is another metaverse project. We've built a Gmeta Arena in Crypto Voxels, amongst other buildings there as well. And also, we have a mini version of that in Some Namespace as well, because we don't actually see other projects as competition. We actually see them as something we can use to enhance what we're doing, because we're adopting them. We are building bridges between them. So that's one of the things we are doing. We're very much active in other metaverses, and we are flying the flag for Gmeta One, our project. The second thing we're going to do is we're actually going to launch our own bright, shiny new digital universe. And the third thing we're doing is, well, that doesn't come free. So we need to raise funds to do that. And we're doing that with a pre-sale of 20% of the quantity that will ever exist of Gmeta One tokens. So first of all, what I'll do is just going to run a video. No, not run a video. The video just showed you just a minute ago, showed you that you can actually raise funds yourself without spending an awful lot of money. So I'm just going to go in and have a look at our pre-sale in our back office right now. Bear with me a second. Okay, here is our back office. As I said, we are in pre-sale of Gmeta One tokens. Now, for a cryptocurrency to work, it needs a couple of things. First off, it needs liquidity. Well, we're in pre-sale selling $5 million worth of Gmeta tokens. We're taking half of that, 2.5 million, and we're putting it into locked liquidity. Now, what will that do for our token when it launches? Well, what it'll do is inspire confidence, because locked liquidity means the owners can't even touch it, and therefore there's no chance of any rug pull. It'll increase confidence, increase stability, and it'll make it very, very attractive to potential buyers. Now, the second thing a successful cryptocurrency needs to launch is a use case. And for us, that is undeniable, because Gmeta tokens is the only currency you're going to be able to use in our metaverse. If you want to buy land, you're going to need Gmeta tokens. If you're going to build on that land, you need Gmeta tokens. If you want to play games, you need Gmeta tokens. Simple as that. Any transaction you do in our metaverse will require the spending of Gmeta tokens. So we've got the use case and we've got the liquidity. Now, we're raising $5 million. We're doing that in rounds of 1 million. As you can see, we're actually in round 2. We've already sold $1 million worth of Gmeta tokens. Now, if you want to get involved, what I would suggest you do strongly is get back to the person who invited you to watch this call, get their link and make a purchase. Buy at least one slot. Currently, the slots are $50. At the end of this round, when we've raised $2 million, that amount will go up to $60. So I'd urge you to buy at least one slot today. The reason is because when you buy one slot, your link that you get when you join becomes active. And what that entitles you to is 100% bonus match should you refer anybody to Gmeta tokens. So, for example, if I brought Miguel on board and Miguel bought $1,000 worth of Gmeta tokens, I also would get $1,000 worth of Gmeta tokens. Now, if Miguel brings in Richmond and Richmond buys $1,000 worth of Gmeta tokens, he will be Miguel's level 1 referral. So Miguel will get $1,000 worth of Gmeta tokens. But Richmond would be my level 2 referral. So I will actually get 50% as well. So I'd get $500 worth of Gmeta tokens. So in this way, from sharing this and doing a bit of work, you can accumulate millions and millions of Gmeta tokens. Okay, now we have some competitions. Let me just stop sharing. I'm going to run a video. I haven't run for a long while. We've got a couple of competitions. I'm going to show a video for each of these. The first one is our 200 NFT giveaway. Okay, that is our NFT giveaway. Now I'm going to show you how that stacks up in the backup. Let me just show you. Sorry about this. Okay, so in our back office, you've got a leaderboard, and the leaderboard charts the success of so far the progress in each of those competitions that were mentioned in that video. Top 10 recruiters, top 10 team builders, top 10 team contributors, and top 10 investors. Now, if at the end of this round you end up in the top 10, you're going to receive automatically one of those NFTs. Now you can hold that, sell it, or stake it for passive income. And we've already given out these prizes at the end of round 1. So you see you've got 4 competitions. Now you could end up in several of these top 10s if you do the work. Now we clear out these names at the end of each round so that nobody gets a massive advantage on a saleable lead over anybody coming in new. Now, as well as that, as I say, we take each of these top 10s and we put their names into a draw for one of those headsets, as mentioned on the video. As well as that, we take all 40 names in the 4 top 10s and put them into one extra draw for a 5th Oculus Quest 2 virtual reality headset. So not only are we giving you tokens, we are also giving you the chance to win prizes as well. So it's win-win and, well, win again, really. Now we've got another competition, not so much a competition, but an incentive. There are some people who have seen fit to put in $10,000 into our, as you can see, into our Gmeta launch, our token sale, pre-sale. We've had people put in massive amounts of money, 150,000, 96,000, 78, 75, 65, and so on. Now, if you're one of the first 300 people, you're going to become a VIP if you're one of the first 300 people who put in $10,000. In addition to that, if anybody puts in $10,000, they will go into a draw to win one of 3 very special cars. Let's have a look at the video for that right now. It'll put a little bit more meat on the bones for that.
Say make money, money, make money, money, money. Make money, money, make money, money, money. Money makes the world go round. I'm the talk around town. Remy gave me the sound. Fat pockets. I need that Skrilla on the Rilla. Fat pockets. I need that Skrilla on the Rilla. Money makes the world go round. I'm the talk around town. Remy gave me the sound. Fat pockets. I need that Skrilla on the Rilla. Fat pockets. I need that Skrilla on the Rilla. Survival of the fittest, you can sink or swim. I've been broke, I ain't never going back again. I need some C notes, some cheddar, and a stack of ends. I need a bowl of dough, I don't need no Facebook friends. Money makes the world go round. I'm the talk around town. Remy gave me the sound. I need that Skrilla on the Rilla. I need that Skrilla on the Rilla. Money makes the world go round. I'm the talk around town. Remy gave me the sound. I need that Skrilla on the Rilla. I need that Skrilla on the Rilla. You got a $5 bill, put your hands up. You got a $10 bill, put your hands up. You got a $20 bill, put your hands up. You got a $50 bill, put your hands up. Holla, holla. Money makes the world go round. I'm the talk around town. Remy gave me the sound. I need that Skrilla on.
Okay, that's our VIP promo. Now I hear you say, I don't have $10,000. Well, that's okay. That's okay. But you may well know somebody. So please, please, please reach out to everybody you know on this one, because this is your chance to stack millions and millions of Gmeta tokens. Now, guys, we've had previous examples where metaverses and their associated tokens have gone crazy. People have made millions and millions of dollars. Now, I'm not suggesting that ours will do that. This is not a prediction from Andy, so please don't hold me to any of this. All I'm doing is a little bit of speculation. Just dream mode. Now have a look at something we've had. I'll just quote those guys right now, so just you can get a flavor for where I'm coming from. Let's look again on our back office. If I buy Gmeta tokens, okay, there we go. Now, guys, Sandbox's token was launched at 8 cents. That's the currency you use in Sandbox. Their token was SAND. It launched at 8 cents and went all the way up over $8 a token. Okay, Decentraland, their token launched at 2 cents and it went all the way up to $5.89 at the all-time high. And Somnium Spaces launched at 2 cents and went all the way up to $28.12. So Metaverse projects and their associated tokens have been pretty good business, shall we say. Imagine, but you had a load of Somnium Space Cube tokens, CUBE as it's called, when it was 2 cents and it went up to $28 each. You know, if you had a thousand of those, $1,000 worth of those at the time, oh my God, you'd be a millionaire right now. But let's have a look at something. Right now, we need to raise roughly $4 million to finish this pre-sale. Now, we've got 5,000 people in our Telegram group. So what that means is essentially if everybody in our Telegram group were to buy $800 worth, the pre-sale will be over. We'd have raised all of our $5 million and the pre-sale would be over and the token would be out for general sale on PancakeSwap. Now, I hear you say, I don't have $800. Well, that's cool as well, because you might know 8 people with $100 or 4 people with $200, in which case, if they come on board, you will get your 100% bonus match and earn yourself $800 worth of Gmeta tokens. That would give you 34.4 million Gmeta. Let's have a look at that. Now, I've just described 3 other Metaverse projects. 3 other Metaverse projects, one of which went to $28, one went to $8, the other one went to nearly $6. But I'm not going to put those figures in here. Those are historical fact, okay? All I'm going to do is say, imagine your $800, your 34.4 million. Imagine our token went to just 5 cents, not $50, not $10, not $5, not $1, not even 50 cents, 5 cents. Your $800 would be worth $1,720,000. That's if it goes to 5 cents. Imagine it went to 50 cents. So guys, and again, I have to reiterate, you could earn most of that for nothing just by sharing this opportunity. So isn't it worth going after this and taking that chance? Because what you do between now and the launch will dictate your standing in our metaverse, and indeed could potentially change your life. So it's just from sharing this massively with other people. Now, on that note, Miguel Salvador is a very switched on gentleman. He's been online since online practically existed. He's come up with a very good idea. Let's have a look at this. There's this, what he started doing, guys, and he'll do this for you guys as well. But we've got various locations with billboards in the metaverse, okay? Now, as you can see, Miguel has just tweeted, he's put Floyd Mayweather 25 times he showed genius ability. Now, this is cool because that is actually, he's tagged Floyd Mayweather in it as well. And basically, a lot of people have retweeted that. So every time they retweet it, Floyd Mayweather is going to get a notification. And he will, obviously, this might start chipping away at him. And he will maybe click on the link that Miguel's provided, which will take Floyd Mayweather right to that screen in the metaverse. And this is a strategy Miguel's come up with, and I think it's very, very good because it's kind of pandering to these people's egos. You know, they're going to keep seeing this if people keep retweeting it. I'd urge you to do that. Please go to it's Cryptos Miguel, at Cryptos Miguel, and retweet that, because the more people retweet it, the more chance somebody's going to see it. And as you can see, it's a video. We're going to do this with a lot of A-list celebrities and sports people and musicians ongoing from all of our locations in the metaverse. And as I said, Miguel's quite happy to put up, if you've got somebody in mind, one of your heroes, we'll gladly do this for anybody and share this on Twitter just to get some mass adoption. Okay, so I just think it's a very good strategy, and we've got somebody very, very famous in the Middle East. We're going to try this strategy with her. She's a big singer in the Middle East as well. She's got millions and millions of views on her YouTube. And the beauty of it is it's not anything that's going to breach copyright, because we're just sharing from a YouTube channel. So the views still apply regardless of where it's seen. So I do think it's a very good strategy he has come up with there. Okay, news time. Let's have a look at the news, because I am doing a lot to show you guys that we're on the right tracks. And we definitely are. Now, we're just showing you a few articles. These are the most recent. These are pretty much today's news from the press. Here's the first one. I'm going to go through three different ones from various sources and various subjects involved. So this is one called Competing Definitions of the Metaverse Point to Different Futures. What is that all about? Okay, well, basically, what it's actually saying is that conflating Web3 with virtual reality and the metaverse will hold back development. Okay, basically, people are confusing Web3 with virtual reality. And that, I think a lot of people's perception, and it certainly was mine, and I know it was Miguel's before we got involved in this, that you needed to have all this kit, one of those Oculus Quest 2 headsets or something similar to participate. And in that, a lot of people were put off. Okay, but the metaverse is expected to serve a $13 trillion market by 2030, in a report by Citibank. At present, the metaverse is a fairly nebulous concept. Will it be a decentralized open internet, or will it be a new generation of online experiences controlled by the same tech titans as Web 2? Web 2, guys, if you don't know what that was social media. Web 1 was the .com when it started. If you were to go by the headlines, you might conclude that the metaverse is virtual reality, particularly when two major banks have launched VR environments to serve customers in it. That, to me, again, I just think I did say at the time when Morgan Stanley went in there, JP Morgan, sorry, my fault, my apologies. JP Morgan went in. I thought it reeked of desperation, and I wasn't impressed with what they did in there. Our guys have done much better builds in the metaverse than these guys did, whoever they paid. But I think they just really were a little bit desperate. Now it's telling that the banks have made forays into the metaverse, are touting features like a digital tagger. There's little to connect these VR experiments to the promise of Web3 innovations like decentralized payment methods. They're banks, for God's sake. Why would they want to promote that? Of course, decentralized finance business opportunities or decentralized governance structures. The banks are perfectly aware of these opportunities. Of course they are, and manipulate them frequently in certain cases, and working on capitalizing on them. They simply do not connect their presence to their presence in the metaverse. At present, these efforts seem a little more than a boondoggle designed to present the impression of a business that's on the cutting edge of the next big thing. As I said, desperation. And it says, this is actually quite true. The association between the metaverse and VR is hardly surprising. You know, things like Ready Player One, for example, people are associating that with the metaverse, which isn't exactly accurate. The term originates in Snow Crash, where it denoted a virtual reality world. But despite the origins of the name, VR is not going to define the future of the metaverse. Okay, it's really wise to proclaim that emerging technology will ever catch on. It's still too early to condemn VR to the scrap heap to sit atop 3D televisions and Google Glass. VR may indeed have a brighter future. Nevertheless, it seems obvious that VR cannot form the linchpin of any kind of successor to Web 2. Of course it can't, because the success of Web 3 needs mass adoption. But if you're going to put a $200-300 price tag on that to participate from having to wear a VR headset, therefore it's going to not work. That is why people need to disassociate themselves with that concept of what we're actually doing here. That is the reality of it. Phil Chen, founding partner of Race Capital, said the metaverse should be thought of as a point in time. Just as the singularity is the point in time when artificial intelligence surpasses human intelligence, the metaverse is the point when people value digital assets as highly as physical assets. That is probably the most important thing that's on this page. On the other hand, Web3 and blockchain have an inherent natural alignment. Decentralized economic systems harmonize well with distributed ledgers. Okay, guys, it's quite a short, but very, very well written article. It says even without VR, digital assets are growing in importance in the lives of ordinary people, already accounting for 54 billion in transactions a year. NFTs will have applications beyond digital cosmetics and could represent value in art, music, and intellectual property rights. As these grow in popularity, it becomes more important that they can be used across different platforms. An avatar complete with purchased customized cosmetic items would be a much more valuable prospect if it can be used in a variety of environments rather than being tied to one company's proprietary network. A means of tracking ownership of assets without a central authority is an obviously useful facility in this context. Exactly. An NFT, an avatar NFT. If you can bring that in from one environment into another, it's going to just increase the value of all the various metaverse projects. That's my words, by the way. I'm not reading that. Okay, let's have a look at this. Let's have a look at this. We've got Unilever, another huge name. The big brands just keep on coming. Degree Metathon, the first ever marathon in the metaverse. Unilever, massive, massive company. You cannot, everybody listening here has used their products. Unilever deodorant brand Degree is hosting an inclusive marathon in partnership with Decentraland. Degree, known as Sure in the UK, I use Sure, everybody's used Sure in the UK, was inspired to design an inclusive experience after researching this year from Mintel found metaverse worlds are marginalizing certain communities, such as those with disabilities. What is new about that, guys? Some 60% of digital consumers felt there was a lack of inclusivity in metaverse worlds. In fact, the metaverse should actually turn that on its head. I'm sure you agree. While 61% of consumers agree that the metaverse could be a positive experience for disabled people. Of course it would. Level playing field. With the metaverse still nascent in its development, Degree wants to play a leading role and act as a partner. Kat Swallow, Global Brand Vice President, told Campaign, the reality is the virtual world, which is still being created, lacks representation and inclusivity. By focusing our efforts here, we can make a bigger, more impactful change faster. Okay, so on 26th of April, that was 2 days ago, actually. Runners will cover 26.2 miles of the Vegas City Sports Quarter, the largest district in Decentraland. Registrants can create an avatar representative of their identity with the ability to choose from a new avatar library inclusive of racing wheelchairs, prosthetics, and blades. So they're trying to raise funds, they're trying to raise awareness for people who want to participate and are otherwise being excluded. But just another piece of evidence of the use of the metaverse. And finally, Logitech. Again, a lot of people on this call will have used their products. They are hosting the first music awards show in the metaverse this Saturday. This one is indeed, yeah. Okay, you thought Lizzo was larger than life on Saturday Night Live earlier this month. Wait till you see her in Roblox. Okay, now Roblox, like it or hate it, I don't personally like it very much. My son plays it. But the pop sensation will be a featured performance on this year's Logitech Songbreaker Awards, which will premiere Saturday, April 30th, PST, 10 a.m. on Roblox, with 3 additional airings over the weekend. The show will be co-streamed on YouTube. It is, says Logitech, the first music award show to take place in the metaverse. This is the second Songbreaker Awards, a ceremony honoring content creators who are influencing pop music. It's being overseen by Logitech for Creators, a brand extension that markets mics and webcams to content creators. Last year's show aired on TikTok, gathering 500,000 viewers. This year, organizers say they expect the number to be in the millions. So again, evidence. We've seen, other environments like Fortnite, where Ariana Grande played a massive gig, Travis Scott played a massive, massive gig in those, and they are metaverses. My son spends all that time. That generation, they're going to eat Web3 alive. Those guys are going to eat Web. My son would just go crazy for it, once it sorts itself out. And as we can see, it's the perception, it's not the reality of the metaverse. I think if you asked a load of different people across section of the community what their perception of it is, you'd probably get about 50 different answers. But the reality is very different to what people are maybe expecting. But there's so many uses for it that, I think it will gradually, a bit like the internet, a bit like social media. Look at all the different social media platforms. They're all very different. Twitter, operates very differently to Facebook, operates very differently to TikTok, operates very differently to LinkedIn. But they're all Web 2. And you think about that as a kind of indicator of the diversity of the way Web3 is actually going to work, folks. Okay, I hope you find that interesting. And it does give evidence, more evidence, as if it were actually needed, of the mass adoption and of the big, big names that are getting involved in the digital universes, metaverses, whatever you want to call them. So, folks, as I said at the top of this call, this is all about our Telegram call. If you want to hear more about this project or in general about the metaverse, you want to learn something and potentially even win something, get on our call, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 9 p.m. if you're in the UK. There's the Telegram group address right there. Take that down and get on board. Thank you very much for joining me today. We will see you later on. Goodbye now. Enjoy the rest of your Thursday. Bye.